Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. It's Tuesday, and the patch notes for patch 8.17 have been posted, and that means it's time for another patch note rundown. As always, I'll be going through the biggest changes in this week's patch, and letting you guys know what you can be looking forward to in the coming weeks. 8.17 is a very small patch. Most of this is just tweaking things a little bit from the long, tumultuous Season 8 that we've had, and also with a mind towards Worlds, and making sure that certain competitive outliers get taken down a peg, while other champions who are underperforming are buffed up slightly. 8.17 also has a few changes towards pub stomping champions in order to help them not pub stomp quite as hard. So let's go ahead and get right into things with champions. First and foremost, Nunu's rework is coming in this patch. Looking forward to playing as the boy and his Yeti on this upcoming patch. I think he's going to be quite strong. Will be disabled for Worlds, I believe, but still is going to be very interesting to see how he plays in his new iteration. Moving on to actual changes. Fiora is being buffed in this patch. She's too weak at dueling early on, so are giving her slightly more opportunities to actually take duels, as she is the Grand Duelist. Her E's crit damage on the second attack has been increased at early ranks, and ends up scaling to be the same at later ranks. Garen is being nerfed on this patch. He is way too strong at the moment at all skill levels, not even lower elo, so Riot are reducing his upfront damage to give people a little bit better of a chance to fight back against him. His Q's base damage has been decreased at later ranks, so he won't be hitting quite as hard if he goes for the Q max first, and in general won't be dealing as much upfront damage. Aurelia is being buffed on this patch. Riot are trying to give her Q a little bit more functionality in lane, as right now, you pretty much don't ever cast that spell except to last it. Q now deals 100% increased damage to minions, up from 70%, so she'll have a little bit better time of last hitting, and making sure she can scale up like that. Kassadin is being buffed in this patch. Riot are trying to make his early to mid game a little less garbage. Obviously, they're very hesitant to just straight up buff him, give him his late game strength, but they are trying to make it so that he's slightly better in the early to mid game. His R's cooldown has been decreased at early ranks, and ends up scaling back to 2 seconds by the time it hits rank 3. Kayn is being buffed on this patch. Riot are trying to help him gain better gank routes and more mobility so he can keep up with a lot of the other junglers that he's being outclassed by currently. His E's duration has been increased at early ranks, and the bonus movement speed he gains while in a wall from evolving to Shadow Assassin has also been increased up to 80% more movement speed. Master Yi is being buffed on this patch. Riot are generally trying to help give him a little bit more strength, as he is slightly struggling. And in this particular change, they're trying to encourage Meditate being used in combat. His W's cooldown has been decreased by 7 seconds, and the damage reduction it gives has been increased at early ranks. So especially if you only put 1 point into Meditate until the very last, you will have a much better time of using it. Rengar is being buffed on this patch. I don't really know why he's getting buffed, but whatever, it's Riot's kind of deal. His R's cooldown is being decreased at early ranks, so he will be able to get significantly more R's in the early stages of the game. Varus is being nerfed on this patch. He is way too strong at the moment. A lot of people are prioritizing him, especially in pro play, so he needs tuning, and Riot have decided to, instead of nerfing his damage, making him weaker to being dove. If he can stay at a range, he'll be able to do lots of damage, but if he gets dove, he has less chance of surviving. His base health and health growth stat have both been decreased, so Varus will be significantly squishier than you're used to. Finally, for champions, Yorick is being nerfed on this patch. As with Garen, he's too good at pub stomping players right now, especially those that don't understand the Mistwalker mechanics. So Riot are making it so that even if Yorick can land Morning Mist on hapless opponents, that they don't take their entire health bar and damage from Mistwalkers. Mistwalker's AD growth has been decreased at all levels, so they won't be hitting nearly as hard as they used to be before. Moving on to items, couple of small changes to touch on here at the very end. Stormrazor has had its critical strike modifier reduced at lower levels of crit. Its AD has also been decreased, but it grants more attack speed. And Duskblade's proc damage has been decreased at later levels, but had its lethality increased. Both of these changes are intended to reduce the amount of upfront burst damage champions can dish out in the game, and transition it more towards sustained damage. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Go ahead and let me know which changes you're most looking forward to in the coming weeks. Would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days like today as well. And if you're looking for more Grab the Lantern content, you can check out my blog, link down in the description. I upload an article just about each and every single day for your enjoyment. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all later.